Okay. Hello. Hopefully you're well as you tune into this. Please don't make anything fit. This is not going to be 110% for everybody who's here. So please use your own discernment. Don't make anything fit unless you want it to fit. If you want to take a deep breath, you can. I already pulled a card from the Soul's Journey deck. So once again, if you want to take a deep breath, 1, 2, 3. And then let it go. We have the Love card. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And so one thing that I'm getting, there was an affirmation that popped up right before I started recording about dwelling on the past or something. So there could be somebody that you used to love, somebody that maybe you still do love them. I don't know how you feel now, but there's an energy of a past lover. And it's also possible that you're the one regretting, but somebody's like regretting that something is over. For some of you, they might actually be regretting their actions, but for the most part, they're upset that things have ended. Imagination is at the bottom of the deck, top of the deck. Some of you could have just met somebody, like a brief encounter, and maybe you're being called to like create something out of that, because it's possible that should have been something, if you want to believe in that, if you want to vibe with that. Like in another reality, you guys like got together and it was really beautiful, it was really nice, but in this reality that didn't really pan out. So there's an energy of creation through that experience. If that resonates, if it doesn't, then that's not for you, don't make it fit, but that's a thing. 1 second. We do have the Hierophant and the strength card, Leo energy, Taurus energy. For some of you, I'm really getting a big energy of loss. I don't know why I said bigger. For some of you, I'm getting a really big energy of loss, like grief. Either this is you, recently you lost somebody, or somebody close to you lost somebody, and they're like kind of acting out in a way. And I do see somebody playing the part of like the wise friend, the wise sage, you know, the strong friend. This could be you, this could also be somebody else close to you, but there's an energy of somebody like really stepping into that role of like being the wise sage, you know what I mean? Being grounded and like having wisdom ready at their disposal, if that makes sense. But there is something about, oh my gosh, I'm thinking of that SpongeBob episode where I don't remember exactly what episode it was, but I think it had to do with the mailman, and he asked the mailman, if you deliver other people's mail, who delivers your mail? Is there like a special thing of mailmen? And there's something about like a healer who needs healing, if that makes sense, if that resonates. We have the universe here, the world card. Yeah, like, oh, and then the Lovers, Gemini energy, and then Magician, a lot of major arcana coming out. And then the Three of Pentacles works. But yeah, there's something about a healer feeling the need to go to another healer or to get healing work done. Yeah, I mean, I think it's possible to a certain extent to heal ourselves as healers, but like, and you know, maybe I need to take my own advice, but like at some point you might need to go to a third party. And there was a good analogy, I think Joe Dispenza said this, like when you're doing brain surgery, if you're a brain surgeon, you can't do that to yourself, you know what I mean? You need somebody else that you can trust to go inside and do all that. Oh, we have the Emperor card here, Aries energy. So that could be something, somebody could be needing to go to somebody else for the same type of work that they do. Only take that if it resonates, but that's something. Most of the cards that come out are major arcana, and there is something about like entering a new chapter of your life, entering a new season, and needing to ground yourself as you transition. You know, because I feel like whoever I'm talking to, like a lot of people probably do perceive you to be strong. And you know, the duality of humanity, we all have a soft side, we all have, you know, a side of ourselves that we don't necessarily show the world. And you don't have to show anybody that, you don't have to like expose yourself in that way, but there is an energy of you, at least within yourself, embracing that softer side. We do have the Queen of Cups intuition here. You know, and however you feel called to do that, like, you know, don't think, because there could be somebody here who feels like there has to be a certain way, it needs to look a certain way. Don't, but like, I don't know how much I could urge you. Don't think that it has to be a certain way, it has to look a certain way. Like, however it feels natural to you, however it makes sense to you, that's all that matters. You know what I mean? We have the Temperance card, healing. And one thing about it, like, I don't know where you are in your journey. I'm going to be talking to multiple people, so take whatever resonates, leave the rest. But one thing about healing, one thing about, like, self-actualization, I don't know why that's not necessarily what I wanted to say, but that's what I felt called to say, self-actualization, healing, coming back into oneness with oneself, if that makes sense. One thing about it is that it is a relatively painful process because of the world that we live in, because of the types of personalities that exist in the world around us, And so when you're trying to boss up, when you're trying to level up, when you're trying to heal yourself and come back to your spirit, know that it's not going to be an easy ride. There's also something, I made a video on my other page about, like, when you respect yourself, when you learn how to stand up for yourself and learn how to say no to people, like, there will be people who, like, genuinely want to hurt you and, like, genuinely, like, don't mess with you because you're saying no and you're learning how to stand up for yourself and all that stuff. And part of it is projection, because they feel like they can't do that. They feel like they can't say no to people. They have to bend over backwards for other people. And same thing with the healing. Like, it's because they feel like they're not able to tap into that aspect of themselves. They feel like they're not able to, tap into their full potential like you might be doing. And so try not to take it personal when you witness people, like, acting bizarre towards you. And, like, the crazy thing about it is it will be people that you would have never expected. You know what I mean? Like, there will be people that you could have never guessed would turn against you, and you really have to be strong enough within yourself to not internalize it. You know what I mean? Okay, there's a car. I don't know what they're doing, but for some of you, I do feel like you are being called, you feel called to share your gifts with others, to help others in a certain way. And you don't necessarily have to believe this, but I believe, and I think a lot of people, a lot of spiritualists would agree with me, like, when you level up in your gifts and your spiritual abilities, one of the things that would, how do I say this? Like, one of the things that you might feel called to do is, like I said, sharing and, like, being of service in some way. And dual message, I guess. Even though you might feel that way, know that, like, you can only help people who want to be helped. I'm thinking of that Incredibles scene. Whoever I'm talking to, maybe you watch a lot of cartoons, I don't know, but, like, the Incredibles comes through when he saved the guy who didn't want to be saved and he got sued. You can only help people who want to be helped. You can try, and you might be inclined to when you're in close relationship with people, because that's just who you are. You see things, you feel things, and you want to correct, you want to fix. But, like, one lesson that I feel like somebody's learning is how to, like, pull back and, like, not do that. Like, either you don't need to do anything, but, like, other than what you feel called to do, but you might need to separate yourself, or, like, just learn how to, only give advice, only give suggestions when prompted, which can be a very difficult battle, but that's something for somebody. Also, because I said need to, because that's part of it. Like, you might really be a perfectionist in a way. You might be, like, somebody who really likes to correct things and fix things. And, like once again, I feel like somebody's really learning how to bite their tongue and not give advice when it's not prompted, as badly as you might want to, as much as you might know that it's necessary. We have free will, and just like you want to make your own choices, other people want to make their own choices. And just because it's not the right choice, quote unquote, doesn't mean you have to, you know what I mean? So, like, that's something for somebody. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was useful. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that this was helpful to you. If it was, you should definitely like the video, engage with the video. Let me know down in the comments what you think. 1 second. I have some paintings if you would like to purchase one of these. I have 4 of them, and they're currently $70 USD. If you want to DM me, if you want to message me, email me, whatever. And it also comes with an intuitive handwritten message if you're interested in one of these. And if you're not, it's okay, no hard feelings, but, you can check that out. Also, check out the link tree in the bio if you want to. And hope everything is temporary. So whatever you're going through is temporary, so try to keep your head up, keep your spirits high. Hope you know that you are loved, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.